very good afternoon to you all. Welcome. I'm Dr. Wassabi. Welcome to our camp. Welcome to our world. This is a world filled with some of the most beautiful, certainly without a doubt, some of the most unusual animals on earth. Let me introduce you to a close personal friend of mine, abruptly, Miss Marilyn. And Marilyn here is a 2.5-year-old alpaca. Everybody. Aww. Now, alpacas are in the same family as camels and llamas. They're called camelids, and they've long been one of my favorite animals. Not only are they very cute, I mean seriously, look at that face. They're also extremely friendly. In fact, they're so friendly, everybody here including you, sir, should have 9 of these at home as a pet. Because if you have them at home as a pet, you can raise them as we do, pretty much like your family dog. Good job, good job. Now camels are old world camelids, meaning that camels originated in Africa. But alpacas and llamas, they come to us from the New World, from South America, where they're raised for their coat, which is called fleece. And they make sweaters and scarves out of it. Here, we give ours a haircut for that fleece about 3 or 4 times a year. So on a beautiful afternoon like this, Marilyn and I, we'd like to take you guys on an adventure around the world, around the animal kingdom. You guys up for an adventure? Yeah, I don't know. What about you guys? You up for an adventure? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. You guys are up for an adventure? All right then, let's do it. Let our adventure begin. Everybody, clear? Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the lovable Miss Luna, our 2-year-old Coati, or Coati for short. Coatis can be found living in South and Central America, even some parts of the southwestern United States. Luna here is a South American coati, often called the ringtail coati. But depending on what part of the world you are in, coatis also go by several other names as well. In some parts of Central America, el pisote. In Mexico, el tejon. If you go down to Panama, el gato solo. Way down in Brazil, she's coachi. Now we just like to call her Luna. You haven't already figured it out, Luna here is a very friendly young lady, so if she does come over to say hello, don't be alarmed. She just wants to give you a nice little sniff with that long nose of hers. Now, coatis have a long nose for several purposes. They can use their nose to smell food from miles away. Their nose is also extremely flexible, therefore they can bend it at a 60-degree angle in any direction, up and down or side to side. The nose is also very narrow and pointy, so they can get into all those little nooks and crannies where more delicious food might be hiding. Coatis are omnivores, so they'll eat anything they can get their little paws on. Some of Luna's most favorite things to eat include delicious fruit. She likes to eat small animals like bugs and lizards, but her all-time favorite thing to eat is probably a delicious hard-boiled egg. And she even eats that egg shell. Now, not very many people are familiar with coatis, so I often get asked what type of animal is Luna related to?
Hey, Breeze.
Yeah?
Breeze. These 2 young ladies here with the puppies on their shirt, they just stopped me and they said, Doc, what kind of animal is a coati related to?
Well, that is a most excellent question, and I do like those puppies on your shirts. Luna is very closely related to an animal that is extremely common here in North America. He's big and furry, he wears a mask, and you're likely to see him rummaging around in your trash can at night. It is The raccoon is the first cousin of Luna, the coati. And just like her cousin the raccoon, Luna is an excellent climber. She can climb very well because of her double-jointed ankles. The ankles can actually rotate beyond 180 degrees, allowing Luna to climb up a tree. She can then turn around and climb back down the very same tree head first. A little something like that. Now can we get a nice big round of applause as Luna the Kawati?
Now, as Princess said, Kawatis are related to raccoons. And raccoons, so amazingly enough, raccoons are related to bears. So what we've learned this afternoon class is that the Kawati is also related to a... Exactly, that's why they can climb, swim, and they smell very, very well. And the fact that she can rotate her ankles and climb down the same way she goes up, this is the very reason why you see cats getting trapped in a tree. A cat has no problem climbing up a tree head first, then they're stuck and you have to help them down. Now, if you thought Luna was cute, if you thought Marilyn was adorable, you might have noticed our penguins are out. And people say to me 3 bazillion times a day, Doc, how can you have penguins in Miami? It's so hot, it's so humid. Well, in the world, there are 17 different types of penguins. Only 4 of them live in cold weather. Penguins are a naturally warm-weathered animal, and in the wild, they're found in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, South America, and of course, Antarctica. But all of these places are located down in the southern hemisphere. These are black-footed South African penguins, and they love the weather in Miami. They spend their days swimming in and out of our pool system, and at night, we're just a short swim to South Beach. So they're loving their lives, our penguins. Now, if you think the penguins are cute, our next animal voted 3 years in a row. #1 animal people want to take home from Jungle Island. So cute, so absolutely adorable. I know every one of you are just going to want to wrap your arms around and snuggle him. You're going to want to tweak his cute little cheeks. But I have to be honest, got to be straight with you. He's so fast, so quick. When it came time to name him, only one word came to mind. So we simply called him Mr. Speedy and I, well, we can feel the love as it rains down upon us from all of you. Because I know each and every one of you just want to run right over, put your hands all over. Because Speedy here is truly one of nature's greatest gifts. Speedy is an alligator snapping turtle. Now, turtles have been on this earth longer than any known living animal, about 300 million years, which is even longer than my father, who's been around for like 100 million years. Now, we call him an alligator snapping turtle because his shell looks like the back of an alligator. He's the largest freshwater turtle in all of North America. He's not done growing. By the time this turtle is done growing, he will actually be larger than the wagon he's in right now. He will weigh over 150 pounds, and he will live over 140 years. Now, these turtles like to live in deep, deep, cold water. Rivers and lakes from North Florida to Canada. They feed on snails and very, very fast-moving fish. Now, this sweet little angel sitting right here is going wasabi. How's that possible for that slow-moving turtle to catch up with a fast-moving fish? I feel you, my sister. It is an excellent, excellent question, and I like your shirt. Now, this is why I like this turtle. This turtle, he doesn't catch up to anything. This guy sits at the bottom of deep, cold water, opens his mouth, and convinces the fish not only to swim to him, he gets the fish to swim directly into his mouth. In fact, it's so unbelievable, it's so amazing, can't really tell you, gotta show you. Check this out. He opens that mouth, and in the very, very back of his throat, he has a tissue that he uses as a lure. And he actually begins to wiggle it from side to side. Everybody. So, here come the fish. The fish comes swimming by. The fish go, look, look. There's worms in there. The fish begin to come close, 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 close. So they see a woman on the front row with a pretty yellow hat. And they begin to come close, 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 close until it swims right into its mouth. Then you know what happens. Wham, bam, slam. Over 1,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. No fish. And Speedy begins to grow larger and larger, live longer and longer. This, my friends, is truly one of nature's greatest achievements. This is Speedy, and he is our alligator snapping turtle. Hoorah! Nice ears. Nice ears.
Look out, Miami. There's a new bad boy in town. He's always looking sharp, and he's got a license and quill. Say hello to my little friend. His name is Little Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Little Dude, our African crested porcupine. Porcupines are pretty easily recognizable animals because they are literally covered in thousands of long, sharp hairs, which we call quills. The African crested porcupine is a type of rodent, just like all porcupines are. You can tell that dude here is a rodent by his long, rodent-like whiskers. He also has two very large front teeth, like all rodents do. Now, this is a very special type of rodent, however. You see, the African crested porcupine is the largest type of rodent that can be found living on the continent of Africa. Not only that, it's the largest porcupine in the world. They like to come out in the evening when it's nice and cool, and they'll forage for food to eat. So let's say Little Dude is out one night looking for some nibbles. Along comes Mr. Hyena. What's Little Dude going to do when Mr. Hyena wants a midnight snack? Well, a common misconception about porcupines is that they will shoot their quills at attackers. Crested porcupines have been known to kill not only hyenas, but other ferocious carnivores like leopards and lions. However, they do not do this by shooting their quills. If Little Dude feels threatened, the first thing he's going to do is raise his quills, making him appear about twice as large as he actually is. Then he'll begin to stamp his feet and shake his tail. When he shakes that tail, it's going to make a sound just like a deadly rattlesnake. And then, if all of that doesn't scare Mr. Hyena away, one quick jump to the back allows Little Dude to jab his most deadly quills right into the flesh of the hyena. The quill then easily breaks away from Little Dude's body, and he can go on his merry way. The hyena, on the other hand, has a very serious and typically fatal wound, a constant reminder that you should never mess with this Little Dude. How about a big round of applause for Little Dude, the crested porcupine?
Truly one of the world's most unique and amazing animals. And they're found throughout the world. All over Florida, we have porcupines. In Asia, porcupines. Little dude comes from Africa. And in South American porcupines are prehensile tail, which means South American porcupines live and hang from the trees. Now we've been to all of these beautiful places, like little dude, and I always think we should always keep going. We should always keep moving. In fact, I think we should move it, move it, move it, move it, move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
A nice warm welcome to our next superstar. I present to you Abu, the Red from Lemurs. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Abu. Abu here is a lemur, but to be quite honest, oftentimes people look at her and assume that she's some type of adorable little monkey. I can admit, lemurs do look a lot like monkeys, and, well, they act like them too. Without a doubt, Abu here is very agile, just like a monkey is. She lives up in the trees like some monkeys do, and you can see that those hands, they have fingers and thumbs, just like a monkey. Now, even though all of that is true, Abu would really like to set the record straight today. She wants the whole world to know that she is not a monkey. You see, lemurs are a type of primate which we call the prosimians. Prosimians inhabited the earth long before monkeys even existed. It's also believed that monkeys evolved from prosimians. The word prosimian literally means before monkey. So there you have it. Now, lemurs can be found living in the wild in one place and one place only. That is the beautiful island of Madagascar. Madagascar is a beautiful place. It's located just off the eastern coast of Africa, and it's filled with lots of lemurs. Such a cool destination that a few years ago, they actually made a movie about the island of Madagascar. Did anybody in the audience happen to see the movie Madagascar? All right, now we're talking. Pretty good movie. You saw the movie, chances are you remember a handsome little lemur who goes by the name of King Julian, that's right. Now Abu and I watched the movie together, and there's just this one problem that she has with King Julian. You see, in the real world, when it comes to lemurs, there would be no such thing as a King Julian. There would be no king at all. Sorry, fellas, but lemurs, they always live to serve their queen. So how about a big round of applause for all the lovely ladies out there? Come on! I don't know, Abu, how do you feel about that? Hey, we're not good enough. We're looking around, we see a lot of lovely ladies out there, but we can't hear you. So we're going to give you a chance to redeem yourselves, girls, on the count of 3. All the females, ladies. 1, 2, 3, come on! All right. Now that is what I call a matriarchal society. Matriarchal simply means that the ladies are the ones running the show. Now here at Jungle Island, we have our very own troupe of lemurs, but if you're gonna have a troupe, you gotta have a queen. Please welcome to our stage, the queen, Nana, the black and white lemur. She likes to move it, they like to move it. We like to move it, move it, they like to move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. They like to move it. We like to move it. They like to move it. They like to move it, move it. They like to move it. We like to move it. They like to move it. We like to move it, move it. They like to move it. They like to move it, move it. They like to move it. They like to move it, move it. They like to 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 move it, move it. They like to move it. They like to move it. We like to move it, move it. They like to move it. They like to move it, move it. They like to move it. They like to move it, move it. They like to move it.
Stay like that. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that, move it, move it. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that, move it, move it. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that. Stay like that. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that, move it, move it. Stay like that, move it. Stay like that, move it, move it. Stay like that, move it. Please give it up, animal trainer, Lisa. Animal trainer, Adriana. Congratulations, Derek, Livingston, Mark, and the gentleman that keeps us moving it, Mandy. Well, for us, it is always a great honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be able to show and share these beautiful, beautiful animals with you. Lots of stuff going on around the jungle today. We'd like to thank you for stopping by our part of the jungle. Come down. Adriana's going to feed the penguins. Just watch your fingers, because fingers look like fish. Have a beautiful holiday. We'll see you again. Thank you so much.